Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. To be packed out means to be very, very busy. For example, I went to the disco last night, but it was packed out. I tried to get on the school bus yesterday, but it was packed out. You can say packed out, you can simply say packed, or packed solid. These phrases all mean the same thing, and it just means overly busy. Now, by using these words, it's not a commentary on how safe it is, although it may be unsafe. It's just a way of describing something which is overly busy. Too many people. Buses can be packed out, cars can be packed out, restaurants, flights, holidays, trains, the office, anything which doesn't have enough space for you to enter comfortably, you can say it's packed out, packed, or packed solid. I tried to get on the train last night, but it was packed solid. I couldn't get anywhere near the door, even. The nice thing about these phrases is you can use them in all of the different tenses. Oh, I'm not going to go to the disco tonight because it will be packed out. Oh, look, the local shop has a sale. I'm sure that will be packed out. Speaking of things being packed out, one place which gets very, very busy when the seasons change is Stonehenge. And for those of you who don't know what Stonehenge is, it's an ancient monument which is in an area of England called Wiltshire. And this ancient monument is a circle of stones. Some of them have fallen over now, and it's one of our oldest monuments here in the UK. It was built in prehistoric times. Nobody really knows why it was built, but clearly it had some connection to nature. And when the sun rises on particular days, it shines through Stonehenge. So the earliest people in the UK clearly knew that there was some connection to nature, mathematics, and building. I think it's twice a year that when the sun rises, it shines right through the stones. Some people say that it was built as some kind of astronomy center. Then they found lots of buried bodies underneath it. So many more people said it was some kind of cemetery. And then people thought maybe it was some kind of hospital. If the sun was shining through it, maybe they thought it could heal people or bring them back to life. Other people believe it's aliens who came and built it, because there's all kinds of questions about how those stones were moved there, because they're not native to that part of England, and it would have taken a lot of people to try and shift them. So Stonehenge is quite mysterious. My favourite idea about where Stonehenge came from or why it was invented is that it was some kind of sound auditorium. You know, I love radio and podcasting, so I like that idea. a group of university students from America went there a few years ago, and they discovered that not only is it quite mathematically perfect when it comes to the sun shining through it, but it's also quite mathematically perfect when it comes to sound. Apparently, it's positioned in such a way that it reflects sounds accurately. Now, I don't know enough about how sound works to go into detail about that, but they say that it could well have been built as some kind of auditorium because it catches sounds. So when the wind blows, it's almost like music that plays throughout these stones. Very interesting. But did you know that in America, they have many stone henges? They love to create artificial ones. And they're not all stone henges. I was watching a documentary over Easter about this, and I'm now looking at a news report. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 henges in America. You know, they love to build artificial things. My favorite one is probably Carhenge, which is in Nebraska, and they've taken lots of old cars, they've spray painted them grey, and they've forced them to stand up and put other cars on the top, creating Carhenge. So it's a circle of cars. A little bit odd, that. And then there's Foamhenge, an exact replica of Stonehenge, but made of foam. Dear. That's in Virginia. And these apparently are packed out. Americans love them. This one is in Illinois, Woodhenge. Fresh wooden posts added to ancient holes to recreate a primitive look. Dear. What's next? Okay, this one really is made of stone. It's in Washington. Mary Hill Museum and Stonehenge, a French chateau, or the museum and Stonehenge replica in rural Washington states. Vasehenge, or in American English they call them vase. You know those things you put flowers in? They're like little pots, but they're a bit higher, and you can put flowers in them. They're decorative. Well, there's a vasehenge or vasehenge in America, a circle of giant painted vases in Ohio. Oh dear, what's this one? Bamahenge, Alabama, has a fiberglass Stonehenge. Oh dear. The good thing about these Stonehenges is they actually are complete. I mean, the Stonehenge in the UK, some of the stones have fallen over, some of them are lying on the ground, but these ones in America are all complete. They're all replicas. And presumably, they've thought about how they've built them. I mean, presumably they've built them so that the sun shines through them using the exact mathematical dimensions of the original Stonehenge. Bamahenge, honestly, that's awful, isn't it? Yes, so these places, they all get packed out during the summertime. Americans love this kind of thing. Some of them are a bit creepy. Boathenge, like Stonehenge, but with boats. That's in Columbia, Missouri. Bunnyhenge, 14 curious and controversial white bunnies in a circle in California. Truckhenge, elevated trucks were put to place. Let me read that again. Truckhenge, elevated trucks were put in place to create a circle. Oh dear. Ponyhenge. No one really knows how these old creepy horses got here, but they keep on growing. Oh, it's those horses that kids used to sit on. You know, when you were a kid, you had a hobby horse. That's the horse with the wooden bits on the bottom. So the horse goes back and forth. Birthstones in Hawaii. This ancient Hawaiian henge may have been an early star chart. Oh, this one's actually real. It's not artificial. Okay. Kentucky Stonehenge. Stonehenge 2 in Texas. Stonehenge replica in Texas as well. What's this? Gunji Wump. I've no idea what that is. That's in Connecticut. Oh, how interesting. Oh, my favorite there has to be Bunnyhenge. Yeah. So I guess I can't call all of these places Stonehenge because they're not all made of stone. Bunnyhenge, I don't know what those bunnies are made of, but they don't look like they're stone. Maybe ceramic, perhaps. Oh, very interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 variations on Stonehenge there. Speaking of being packed out, these days I tend to avoid packed out places here in the UK because usually it's just involving alcohol. I don't think I've encountered a packed out place which is sober. So it's better just to avoid packed out places. But I was on YouTube last night listening to one of my favorite songs. And on that song, a woman is singing. I could say in that song as well. A woman is singing, and she's clearly in a bar, which is very, very busy. It looked like it was packed solid. And we're going to go through some of the lyrics. They're quite straightforward. The song is called Tonight is What It Means to Be Young, and it's by Holly Sherwood, a lovely song. And she tells us, I've got a dream about an angel on the beach, and the perfect waves are starting to come. So she's referring there, of course, to the sea coming in and out. And then she says, talking about the angel, she says, his hair is flying out in ribbons of gold, and his touch has got the power to stun. So if his hair is flying out in ribbons of gold, sometimes if something moves quickly, we say it's flying out. I don't have enough hair to say that my hair flies out, but if you are someone with a lot of hair, congratulations. And she says here, and his touch has got the power to stun. So to stun means to force you to be numb so you can't move. In the movies, sometimes we see the police with stun guns. And if they hit you with it, if they fire the stun gun at you, it paralyzes you. I suppose a taser is a kind of a stun gun, I suppose. And then it says, I've got a dream about an angel in the forest, enchanted by the edge of a lake. His body's flowing in the jewels alive, and the earth below is starting to shake. And then Holly goes on to tell us all about how she's feeling. She says, but I don't see any angels in the city. I don't hear any holy choirs sing. And if I can't get an angel, I can still get a boy, and a boy would be the next best thing. And she contracts that. She says, a boy'd be the next best thing. A boy would be the next best thing. The next best thing to an angel, a boy, it'd be the next best thing. A boy would be the next best thing. Oh, very nice. It's a lovely song. If you get the chance, do listen to it. Just to quickly go over some of the words there that she's singing in this packed out restaurant. So she's basically saying that she had a dream of an angel on a beach with hair like ribbons of gold, which was flying out everywhere. And then she goes on to tell us that she had another dream about an angel in the forest, enchanted by the edge of a lake. Enchanted is a word we use in fairy tales and in mythology about people with magical powers. His body's flowing in the jewels alive. I don't know what that means. Maybe he's wearing jewelry. It's a song. You know, you can't take these things too seriously, but I do recommend you go and listen to that. Tonight is What It Means to Be Young by Holly Sherwood. And clearly it was in the days when people were allowed to smoke in pubs, because I can see while she's singing, there's kind of a smoky atmosphere there. A lovely song by Holly Sherwood. So there we are, to be packed solid. And if you are going to America this year for your holidays, do visit Stonehenge. I really would like to know more about that. It sounds absolutely bizarre, fascinating, kitsch, and trashy. See you all. Bye.